Dear brother, welcome back, my man. I'm glad you're here. Thank you guys, all the new subscribers and everybody who's been hanging out in the Dear Brother podcast. I'm really grateful for this community. Men are finding rescue, men are finding love, men are finding no judgment, they're finding help. Most of all, they're finding wisdom. So thank you everybody who's been subscribing. I jumped on here just to share my life and a few things I've learned on the way. Who am I? I don't know much, but I'm just glad for a community of guys that can get together and help each other through this life. So welcome back, guys. I want to talk about the irresistible woman. I want to talk about the irresistible woman. One thing I believe is that as men, we aren't taught how to choose, and we end up surviving relationships instead of being taught how to choose correctly from the start. I'm sure many of you wish you had chosen better, right? Even if your relationship worked out or the things, the stumbles you had to go through, all relationships are going to have that. But I think that if we can change the whole divorce rate if we teach people how to choose. Like if you choose who you're even going to deal with from the beginning, I think that we can build better relationships. I don't think there's enough guidance on this. I think, again, we teach men how to survive, go in the man cave, ignore her, do what you got to do, go out here and cheat, get another woman, all these different things. When in reality, if we just teach men how to choose, right, I think that we can help this whole societal ill. I think that the wars are started between men and women, especially in the black community, that men and women are at war at each other's throats. I also believe that's been invested in by another group of people, powerful people, to invest in the war that we have on social media against each other. It tears down a whole society of people. And while we're hitting each other, somebody else is in the background clapping because they have won the battle of tearing up a whole society. So if they want to tear it up, then I'll be the guy that brings it back together. Let's talk about men. I want to talk about choosing, and I want to talk about what you need to be looking for. 5 things you need to be looking for when it comes down to choosing a woman. And this woman, if you choose this woman with these 5 factors in her life, she's irresistible. She's irresistible. Let's get into it. Number one, the first thing that you should be looking for in a woman or in this irresistible woman is that she has a peaceful life before you arrive. She has a peaceful life before you arrive. She's content. She's content. She's not the woman that's trying to put her life together because she has a man now. She doesn't start cleaning because she has a man now. She doesn't start treating herself well because she has a man now. She doesn't just start getting her nails done and hair done or trying to read books on how to be a good woman just because she has you. She had that life before you came. Any woman that's rushing around to try to become something because you showed up, that's the woman you stay away from. You stay away from her very quickly because she's only doing a thing or trying to convert herself or change herself for a moment. That means that she'll only stay that way for a moment. So look for the woman who already has a content life, right? She's already at peace with herself, right? Look for the woman that doesn't have a bunch of friends around. Why? This is not to protect you or anything like that. The woman who doesn't need a bunch of company, it's a sign that she's content with herself. It's a sign that she's enjoying her own company, that she's crafting a life that she can enjoy, that she's waiting for someone to come into. She's not being pulled to and fro by different opinions or different things that her girlfriends believe. Look for the woman that has a few friends. That means she's the woman that's settled, looking for wisdom, not entertainment. Find her. Find her. She's content. She's at peace, and she's not relying on a man to bring stability. She's not relying on a man to bring stability. If she's relying on you to bring stability, that means she's unstable. And even with you there, she'll eventually make you unstable. Right? So look for the woman that she has her own peace. She has a peaceful life before you came. Her life is in order, right? Her life is in order. Look for the woman whose life is in order. Things are together, right? Her purpose, her dreams. She has these things. It might not be perfect, but she has it going already, right? Her life is in order. She adds value to yours. A woman whose life is in order adds value to you. She doesn't burden you. A woman who does not have anything to bring and not bring to this table. Because let me say this to you guys right quick. Even though we're talking about women and what you should be looking for, don't ask a woman to bring something to a table that you don't have. Stop asking women to bring things to a table that you don't have. Have the table, then she'll bring everything. In fact, she'll go find more to bring that she didn't have when she finds a man with a table. Go get a damn table and you'll have a good woman. Or go get a table and make sure you protect that table from a toxic woman. Either way, have a table, bro. All right. Her life is in order and she adds value to your life. She doesn't add burden. She's not begging you to do what she was missing all her life or what her last person didn't do. Right. She's dealing with that on her own. She doesn't need to be rescued. She needs to be walked with. Number 2, look for the woman that listens without judgment. That listens without judgment. LL had a song back in the day, LL Cool J. For some of you who don't know what I'm talking about, LL Cool J, the dude would lick his lips a lot, right? LL almost licked my lips. I'm glad I did. I just did. LL Cool J. She listens without judgment. He was looking for the homie, lover, friend, right? I don't know if that was LL or either way. Homie, lover, friend, right? That's what you're looking for. One of the hardest things, a woman could be a homie to hang out with you. I'll do a whole nother podcast on it. She can be a homie that'll hang out with you, right? She'll be your lover that soothes your heart. But one of the hardest things to find is a woman that'll be your friend. Because the friend is the one that hears you without judgment, right? A lot of women are so caught up in what she needs you to be that she can't stand what you're not. Be careful of the woman that is so tied up in what she needs you to be that she can't handle what you don't have or what you lack. Be careful of that woman. In fact, steer clear of that woman that can't handle your imperfections because she's too caught up in what you're going to do for her. She's not looking for a man. She's looking for a space filler. Be very careful, my brother. But she listens without judgment. She actively listens to understand, not criticize you, right? She's not looking for a hole she can kick into you, right? She's not comparing you to the last dude she dealt with, right? She can handle your flaws. And she doesn't judge you with, she doesn't listen with judgment because she knows that she needs the same grace. She actively listens. She actively listens to help you as a man. She's not looking to kick a hole in your back. When a woman listens, it creates safety for you. One thing that most of us men lack, we lack that safety. We lack that safety. We lack the feeling of, okay, I can say this without getting shut down. I can say this without her feeling like I'm less than a man. You got to find a woman that listens without judgment, because there's going to be days where you are not at your best, right? And you need the kind of woman who you can lay there on her lap. You don't want to have to worry about getting your head shaved. This is a biblical reference, Samson and Delilah. You don't have to worry about getting your head shaved. You can lay there and she can see you as a man, even in a weakened state. It doesn't make you less than a man. That's the woman that listens without judgment. She creates that space so you can express your thoughts, that unperfected thoughts, right? Unperfected thoughts and your feelings, right? Your feelings that you can't quite put together right. She can still listen to you, knowing that you haven't put them together so right. But these are your feelings. This is how you feel at the moment, without judging you for that space. That's the woman that wants to be your friend. In fact, number 2 is one of the strongest ones out of the 5. Because again, you can have a woman that will love your heart or try to lift you up or make great love to you or make you feel really good or wear this nice outfit, right? But that doesn't mean she can befriend you, right? Can she befriend you? Can she see you for who you are, or is she stuck in only seeing you for what she needs you to be? Wake up, brothers. Wake up. Right? Because that safe space is what you need. Men, we're only safe when we feel unjudged. Because in the world, we got to be everything. We got to be careful with this people. Careful with this people. Watch your words over this people. You lose your life over here. You never want to be with a woman in the house that feels like outside. Right? I don't care what she looks like. I don't care what negligee she has on when you walk in that door. I don't care how good she makes love. I don't care. None of that will matter at the end of the day, because your body will feel great, but your soul will be unsafe. Number 3, she challenges your thinking, not your manhood. She pushes you to grow and sharpen your mind. right? She'll challenge your thought, not out of disrespect. She'll challenge your thought to make you think deeper. Why? Because she knows if this thought is challenging the world, she wants her man ready to be challenged. She wants her man ready to be challenged. And guess what? When you find this woman, don't put up this pride. Don't play your game. If you find her, you're lucky, bro. Act like it. Act like it. Act like you're blessed when you find this woman. She challenges your thinking, not your manhood. In other words, she doesn't think you're dumb because you didn't quite look at this right, or she doesn't think you're crazy because you're looking at it very abstractly. In fact, the woman of your dreams is the one that's infatuated with your mind. The woman of your dreams is the one that's infatuated with your mind. With how your mind moves her and how your mind moves the world. That's the woman you want to fall in love with. That's the irresistible woman. That's the woman of your dreams, right? Because what she does is, even though she's helping you build, she's not attacking your masculinity. She only wants you built because she knows it's the best thing for you, the family, the children you have, or the children you will have. She's perfecting you. That's what Eve did to the Garden of Eden. She perfected the garden. Adam could tend it, but he couldn't perfect it. That is the grace of a woman that perfects what a man builds. Let her do what you can't. She can't build it. You can't perfect it. Allow her to come in, right? Allow her to come in. Allow her to come in and do and see the things you can't see. Because there's a keen thing, right? That's the beauty of a woman's emotions, right? It could be disastrous, but at the time, there's a beauty of a woman's emotions because it allows her to be in touch with things that you can't see. You want a woman that's emotional. You don't want a woman who acts like she has no emotions, just like she doesn't need a man that acts like he don't have emotions, right? But the emotions is what makes her beautiful. It makes her add, right? It makes her add to what's there. Get that woman that challenges your thinking. She trying to make you better for outside, bro. She wants to see you strong, right? She don't want to dominate you. She's not looking for a win because she knows you winning is everybody winning. Look for her. Look for her. Number 4, she makes room for your leadership. Uh-oh. She makes room for your leadership rather than letting you lead. You ever heard women talk like that? I'm going to let him lead. Any woman who says that I'm going to let him lead, run far from her. Run far from her. Listen to the language of a woman. Don't just, oh, she's going to let me lead. Bro, if she's going to let you, that means she's giving you a little tiny bit and that's not going to last in your hands long. That means she doesn't trust manhood or leadership from the start. She doesn't let you lead. She naturally leaves space for you to be who you are, a leader in that relationship, a leader in that house. If she's letting you, that means she's going to take it back at some point. Listen to a woman. Don't just be so sucked into her beauty of her lips while lies are rolling off. Wake up, bro. Listen to a woman. Hear her. She will tell on herself, right? Look for the woman that makes room for that makes room for your leadership. She doesn't let you. She naturally has left space for you. She always desires someone to come in and say, I'll take care of this. I'll take care of you. Right? She was anticipating that, not allowing it, anticipating it. Right? Because she knows there's things that she can't do that only you can do. Number 5. Oh, let's go deeper. She respects your role without manipulating it. Oh boy, this might be a 5-part podcast, right? She respects your role without manipulating it. Man, I'm thinking some of my own experiences right now where you've been straight up manipulated, bro. And some of you know it, you felt it. You know what it is to be with somebody who completely manipulated your emotions. See, this woman is not looking to manipulate you at all. She's not pretending, right? Right? She has a posture that says, partner with me. Oh. Look for the woman that has a posture that says, partner with me. Partner with me. That's heavy. I ain't gonna go no deeper into that because that's something you gotta feel. As a man, that's something you gotta feel. You gotta feel it. You gotta feel it when it's there. She's saying, partner with me, be with me, right? Partner, put your brain next to mine and let's see what we can build together. And what I'm saying right now is not a fantasy, bro. It's real. You have to get undistracted. You got to get undistracted. Number 5, she's willing to admit fault. Uh-oh. And this is very hard to find, gentlemen. This is very hard to find. In fact, I joke a lot saying that the only woman I ever heard apologize was Anita Baker in that song. I apologize. Believe me, I do. I apologize. That's a great song. Women, find a woman that's willing to admit fault. The one that owns her flaws. She owns her mistakes. She doesn't try to make them seem like everything is your fault. She doesn't carry something from a past relationship and put it in your wheelhouse and say, this is because of you, or I need you to fix. She's owning it. She's willing to say, hey, bro, this thing I'm going through right now is not because of you. I feel it coming up. I recognize it. That's a self-aware woman, a one who's aware of herself. She knows enough about herself to know, hey, this is what's going on with me. Right. And I'm not blaming it on you, and nor am I asking you to fix it. I'm just asking you to be here with me while I work my way through it. Guess what happens when she activates answers in you? A humble woman activates the answers from her man. Look for the woman that's humble enough to activate answers in you. She's not a bulldog. She's not fighting her way through. Right? She's not trying to compete with you as a man. She's willing to admit her faults, because what it does is she knows it opens up her man's heart to dive in and do what men do. And that means fix, help her see. Right? What this does, a woman who is willing to admit her faults, it creates an environment of mutual respect and mutual growth. Let's grow together. In other words, you're not climbing up the rough side of the mountain to be with me. Right. I want to write a book soon called Emotional Equality, because I believe that that's one of the biggest things that tears up relationships. There's no emotional equality. There's emotional inequality in relationships, where we focus so much on the feelings of a woman that we don't focus on how a man feels at all. And that's why there's hypocrisy in a relationship. There's things a woman can do that a man could never get away with. There's things a woman can say that a man can never get away with saying, because she talks as if you have no feelings, but she wants you to talk to her as if she's a ball of feelings. Don't look for that woman. You will never find emotional solace for yourself. She'll never offer it. She's consumed with how she feels. But find a woman that's willing to admit fault, because you can grow together and it strengthens the relationship. Let's go over them again, brother. 5 traits of the irresistible woman that you need to be looking for. She has a peaceful life before you arrive. She listens without judgment. She challenges your thinking, not your manhood. She makes room for your leadership. She's willing to admit fault. You want a bad shorty? That's the one. Not the one with the BBL, not the one with this and that, and then augmenting her body. That don't last long, brother. Look for these 5 traits. Then you got something. Hey, dear brother, I love you, my man. I'm glad you listened today. I'm glad you were on this podcast, man, and come to hang out with me. Remember, go to my website, christianwinners.com. I do coaching for men there. I only coach men, coaching men to have better lives, better relationships, approaching business better. Go on my website right now, book your one-on-one coaching. You can also book group coaching if you have a group of men, group of athletes, group of brothers, a church group, a group at the masjid, a group at the synagogue, a group in the streets, a group in the ghetto, a group in the trap house of men. I will come and talk to men, because men want to be talked to, and I want to talk to men. It's my life's mission. Visit my website, christianwinters.com, and you can go there. I also have something coming up in October that I'm only taking 12 men per month. That we discuss life, we get into it. We get into politics, we get into religion, we get into how the weakness of men is affecting the world and how to change things around it. Okay. We get into it, right? We're not political here, but we talk about how politics is affecting the world and ultimately how it affects our families. That's what we're about. We're not about debating religion. We're not about debating politics, because most of this stuff separates us. And we don't realize that if we ever came together as men, we become the authority, not somebody up there that we can't stand or somebody over there that we can't stand. We become the word in our house. We become the educators of our house. We become the protectors of our family. When men rise up, you can change a nation. I love you. God bless you. Visit my website, christianwinners.com. Let's get into it. Let's build big. Let's change the nation around us, brothers. I'll see you all soon.